Probably not. Does that look like that? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm here. We have arrived live. Trying to get this guy on. And I've got like no voice. I'm here. Oh, try to get my iPad going here. No, I don't want Siri. Open. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm trying. How am I? No, I don't want Siri. Okay, turn the volume down. And I'm here. Hello, Denise. How are you? Losing my voice. Nose is running, losing my voice. What a day. Oh, it's just pouring. It got so hot today. I've been like sneezing for 2 straight days. How was everybody's week? It's been busy around here. Got me running around a bunch of different places. It's like your whole head just gets clogged all at once. I can't tell if it's what's going on here, or a little bit of everything. Trying to carry on here. They had me running around the other day when I did the MRI. They called me. I left at 2. They called me at 5:30. Then they called me at 5:45. Then at 6 o'clock, I finally answered because I realized they weren't like butt dialing me. They called 3 times in a row in a half an hour every 15 minutes. There was issues. Thank you, Terry. How you doing? So I knew when they called me back that quick, there were issues. They can see everything on my spine from my shoulders down to my waist. Hello, Rare Breeds. How you doing? You can see from the shoulders down. What they're having issues with, which is the most important part that they're worried about, is the neck. There's a lump here, and this big guy in here, right? See that? All the way down to here now. And these 2 little pairs of things. They can't see them anymore. Which means one thing. Well, possibly 2 things. A, there's something wrong with their machine, but then we wouldn't be able to see the rest of the spine. B, I moved or swallowed, which I didn't because we got up to 3 times. I had to go back again. That's why I had to call off the live. Hey. So, on the 3rd MRI and a secondary X-ray starting to dawn on them, if we can't see the lungs and we can't see my kidneys, And we can't see the lesions on the liver because it got so clouded over by scar tissue that builds around it. You can't penetrate it. It's like lead. That's it. You cannot see through scar tissue. So we had to give up on the lungs and just go by the damage that we seeing on the outside and guesstimating on what's happening on the inside, which we already know. So this leaves us to one conclusion. The cyst in my neck, the lump in my throat, and these two little bad boys are some form of cancerous cysts that we can now no longer see through, which shows up as a blurry spot. Now, the blurry spot can be dark, it could be gray, or it could be bright white. It's just the fact that it's blurry and opaque and so dense that we can't see through it, which is kind of giving us all the heads up, because that's what happened with the lungs, the kidneys, and the liver. So it's going to take them looking okay, so it's not just me. I've been sneezing like crazy. And I normally only do that when something's making me nuts. And I woke up today, chomping on my ludens again. And I'm clogged, congested like water. I also got very hot. The wind died and it got hot. I got little baby fan hot. I just turned it off. And we got some new, I don't know if the lights are flickering that you see that, or is it just what I'm looking at? Does it look like disco lights are blinking in the background? Because these lights aren't happy running on the Jackery. I got a whole set that runs around the van and back over there. It doesn't, I can see it a little bit in my eye, but it looks like it's just going berserk. The purple ones look like that too. See, my eyes are all puffy. I should have found my Zyrtec. I was just going to start looking for my glasses. Yeah, the park got enough rain. Everything, it looks like a desert now. It was so pretty and green, and now everything's dying, like everywhere. It's like a dust bowl down the street. Just sand and dust blowing everywhere. The car is filthy. Oh, can you guys see this flickering? Yeah, I wish there were some assisted living apartments. There's nothing. Nothing. Oh, yeah. And they just went after a care facility, like a rehab, a rehab place. They just shut them down. Hey, because someone like me got sick and had to go in there and got their ass handed to them by an orderly. It was a man beating up a woman. Only problem, he didn't know she used to work for the government. You never know who's in your care facilities, people. Not everybody in there is in there because they're sick. Hello, Patricia. Hey, John again. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. In front of the light. Yeah, I know. Ah, the lights. What are we going to do with lights? It doesn't matter. In front? No, that's weird. It stops. It starts. Okay. I'm not getting the lights. These stupid. Well, I'm glad these were only $3. So far, I've gone through like 3 strands. I have to probably the LEDs. Maybe because it's going past the other batteries. Now, when I turn on the Jackery, the radio gets pissy. It changes radio stations. Thank you, Rare Breeds. I am trying. So it's been a busy week. So I had to go back for more x-rays just so they could see the difference and realize that no, I wasn't swallowing. It's also could be because this is pulling on my artery. It's leaning right up against the main artery, this lump here, and actually pulling it together this way. So it's probably picking up the heartbeat. And I'm sure after the second time, I don't know what my blood pressure was the third time. They don't take it before you get in the machine. They don't care. But it was probably really high because it was 180 the other day. So I told her, I said, if it's that and it's picking up the pulse and it's moving just a little bit, it'll come up fuzzy. So I was testing out the machines and being annoying. So I have to, I picked up the discs this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, I gotta go pick up, I think all the blood tests will be done. And I'll get the last ones. I gotta take everything in for Monday. Which Monday, I'm not sure if this is just gonna be me handing her the stuff and her saying, I'll take a look at it, see you in 2 weeks. I have no idea. No idea. So I'm either getting information on Monday or just another 10-minute appointment. I'll let you know what I think. So hopefully she's looking at this stuff over the weekend. I was reading. Thank you, Terry. It's just annoying. It's annoying. And you got to do stuff certain ways because it's got to go through, through the insurance. So I'm trying to go through all that stuff. I already have, my mind has to be made up already by Monday that either hell no or maybe. I don't know. I have to wait and see how these people are going to be because I forgot I put the message up. Oh, I was supposed to go to one place to get my blood test done. I went to my place to get the blood test done. When I pulled into the parking lot of the building that they're working with, the hospital, it's a Mayo Clinic hospital. It's the one I left to go to my doctor, the one I have now. Somehow, in a year and a half, once we got all in there, and they were still hemming and hawing and giving Gainesville a tough time, and I couldn't figure out why. Why? They're going by the original tox report. They don't believe the second one, which their own CDC hospital uses as the guideline to do the blood test and found the 138 toxic chemicals out of the 157. And there's no other way to have gotten that particular grouping of chemicals unless it came from there, because we all have it, but they don't. The new list is not approved. It's the original one, which blames the Lincoln Tunnel and poor air quality that, only attacked the lungs of cops, firemen, and, ambulance workers, and some government workers, and the Port Authority. So his entire staff stood there behind him saying the most horrible shit, which we won't get into here, but you can imagine what I heard. I reached over the counter, I grabbed my paper file and just walked out the door, because I had a vision flash through my head as I was looking out the glass window into the parking lot as I was turning around to say something really nasty. And I had envisioned 2 cop cars pulling in with their lights and sirens, because they would have called the cops. So I left, and I never went back there again. This is the hospital the new doctors I'm with, I'm going to see on Monday, or associated with. I have no idea what's going to happen at this appointment. This lady could shove that shit in my face and tell me that we're all liars and trying to get the government to pay for our downfalls of our heritage, which would be Irish and Italians, because they're just chain-smoking alcoholics. Let's see, what else? So I don't even know what's going to happen when I go back to the surgeon, because they're running around trying to get all this and be very accurate, and they're going above and beyond, which is worrisome, because they did this too before they started that crap, and then tried to reverse and say that the #1 medical school in the entire country and the #1 rare cancer research center in the entire country had no idea what they were talking about. So somehow I ended up in the bad guys again. And I don't even know how to tell my doctor. I'm hoping his friend's office is not going by the original. If not, I feel bad to tell my doctor that his friend's a jerk. And I haven't seen him yet either. Oh, I gotta lean back a minute. This shit is hurting in my ribs for some reason. I'm getting a pain in the back of my ribs. I sit in a certain way. Oh, these lights. Between the toilet and the lights, and the bed. I don't know, I figure out what's the bigger pain in the ass in this van. Besides having the doors open and a million bugs walking through the van all day. I bought 8 bug traps. They're almost full. Thank God. They're jammed under every seat, under everything. I'm going to buy more. I finally found some. Oh, damn. So, that's that. Things have been pretty quiet around here. They're digging up the park and they're getting ready for the Christmas bonanza to begin. I don't even know what's going to happen once they put up all the lights in the park. There's going to be nowhere to go. They take up every square inch of that grass. I mean, the whole park is like Disneyland. They only leave one road in and one road out. I don't even know how the people who are staying in there get in and out. Maybe having to find a new home until, what is it, January 3rd? I think they keep it up to the 3rd of January. Usually they get everybody for New Year's Eve, one last one last drive through the parks, but they do it everywhere. So it's like every single park here will be like closed down. I'm back. Sorry, I had some duties to do. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I know. That's where they you're on the same plan. That's the Medicaid plan. That's what they used to call straight Medicaid. They took that away from disabled and some senior citizens still got it. But when they did the uh, dual complete, there's like three different kinds of Medicaid. There's Medicaid for people who were injured at birth, kind of thing, birth defects like mine. Um, People who became disabled, and uh, like a welfare, something that comes with a government stipend or anything free from the government, like free health care. That's what the kids get here in Florida. They're covered by Medicaid, straight Medicaid. And there was a thing years ago when my mom first got sick. They People who had the Medicaid or the straight Medicaid, they were dying of cancer more than any other group of people. That's kind of weird. That's because we were getting outdated or chemotherapy that only had a couple of hours left, a couple of days left. They were giving out medication that was about to expire, and they were giving it to the people receiving free health care. So you're right about that. And you don't always get the straight A doctors either, as far as I was concerned. I had a heart doctor who got like straight C's and D's because one of my other doctors knew him and was pissed that this was the only guy in the county who took my health insurance. He says, "Great, you got the dumbass." I said, "What?" He says, "I know that guy. I went to school with him. He gets C's and D's. He just barely passed. I don't even know how he's a freaking doctor, let alone a heart doctor. Now I got to send you to him." And of course, this guy found nothing wrong. Meanwhile, I had arterial cirrhosis of all three valves, two holes in my heart, and a sac of fluid, which is congestive heart failure. Then he realized his mistake after my doctor reamed him out and two other people from the hospital. Next thing you know, two doctors from the hospital took over and sent me in the two kinds of nitroglycerin I'm on. I take one every day and one I keep with me. So when I get the pain in my chest, I pop a pill till they stop. Hopefully. So far, they've worked. Thank you, Dawn. How you doing? My throat is not cooperating. Oh, I think because it got so hot and so dry. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. I used to work for 6 agencies where they place you. This was my other job during the day when we didn't have a disaster or someone dying to identify. I used to help with the HUD office in the building. I work for them too. Actually, they're the ones who I was still working for, who then loaned me out to the Port Authority. And then I got hijacked by the Marines. I called all those offices, everyone, Section 8, HUD housing, I called the affordable housing, I called assisted housing. I'm too young to get on a senior list. They don't put seniors and disabled in the same places. So I wouldn't even be going to that kind of place. It would just be low-income housing. One of them is a rundown motel that probably had more mold in it than my trailer. My trailer was in better shape than the hotel they were putting people in. It had cardboard. They didn't even have windows. They had cardboard. There was no glass. It was disgusting. I couldn't believe people were the place should have been condemned, not having people living in it, let alone children. Old people and children. This is where they put them. They have run out. There's not even a list. It's not even an emergency list for people who were sick and got displaced. American Cancer only helps you if you're currently undergoing treatment. And that's only while you're going through the treatment. The minute you stop the radiation or the chemotherapy that you're doing, then you got to get out of wherever it is they put you anyway. So it's only a couple of weeks. They don't do all those things they say they do. What is that? Hello, Dee Dee. Hello, Karen. Hello, Stacy. Bavaria. Yeah, right. I wish we were all wealthy. Have to start playing that Powerball, that Mega Millions thing. I thought about it. I couldn't believe someone won it from Florida, and then somebody won it from California. I was laughing. Yeah, I've been going over all those medicines, and there's not one of them that there's not like 50 lawsuits against. One of them has 11 million lawsuits. It's a class action. It's like, how many people took this stuff and got sick? I can't find anything good about it. What at least I'm hoping to find out is what the hell's gonna happen. At least if she knows I can't take that medication, and I'm not. I doubt it really, really highly at all. Except as a last resort. Yeah, right? Yeah, that would be nice. Give me the $700 billion on that cash prize. We'll start handing it out. Oh man. So the lady on Monday, she's a bone specialist, so she'll be able to tell me what's happening. what to, at least what to expect. You know, that this is probably one of the only things I'll get an answer on. And not the one we do want. But at least if I know a little bit in advance, I can do some preparations. But I don't know how much more prepping we can do besides putting a ramp in. Oh, God. I don't know. Go back to that crazy place. And they're so nice there, too. It's like you work with evil people. Do you know that? The girl who was writing the stuff down, the second in command, she's, you know, wasn't all hard-assed about it. I'm hoping they're a neutral party here. It's just because it's that close to them, but they could use the other one if they wanted to. Oh, thank you. My $3 special. I got some nice stuff at the Goodwill. Oh, feel better, Patricia. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is, but I've heard that. They threw so many different drugs at me. Yeah. No. Good night, Patricia. I hope you're feeling better. Take it easy. Thank you for stopping by. I'll be back on Saturday. And probably again Saturday and probably again on Monday after the appointment. Let you guys know if they actually said anything. Or just to give me another referral to another doctor. Oh yeah, they got some nice stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna look up that stuff. I was watching that other girl, Samantha Lynn, the woman who couldn't pick up her baby. She's like, what is she, 24 years old? She's 26. This is crazy. She's another one like Stace, got it in her early 20s. The cancer spread from her breast. They cut it all out. And it came back. They said she was okay. Waited, got pregnant, and whammo, she's stage 4. I have no idea, Terry. Just like a bad dream. I feel like I'm stuck in a bad horror movie where shit just keeps getting worse. And I keep hiding in the closet, but he keeps finding me. And I can't figure out why. Oh. I think also because I've been through this with my whole family. Some, my friends. It's been a long. My parents had cancer. My father for 33 years and my mother for 32 years. They died 6 months apart. They were diagnosed, my father, then my mother. right around, my father got diagnosed, which was funny, right around Christmas when I got my second, holy crap, you got breast cancer. We were both diagnosed on like Christmas Eve. I'm not kidding you. This is really weird. My mother got diagnosed right around Easter after my dad. But watching what happened to them and her brothers and my uncles and my aunt, I mean, just everybody. My grandmother had cancer when she was a young girl, too. Um, just knowing, just from the army side of the family, that we were going to get cancer. I've known since I'm 12 years old that at some point in my life, before I was 40 years old, I was going to get a bunch of different cancers just because of what my father and my grandfathers and my mother's brothers did. Yeah, right? Oh, I think I saw that guy, Felix. Oh, Samantha Lynn. Samantha Lynn. And all of the drugs they were telling her, she just did an update the other day. It all this is the breast cancer metastasized in her neck, in her throat, in her spine. It started up here. So now, going by what they just found on her, ta-da! Of course it's the breast. They're right here. I have cysts here and here from my breasts in my back, right here, underneath my shoulder blades. But she had surgery to fix some things on her back. She had the bone spurs and stuff and had a small fusion done, and they glued stuff together. It's been like a month now. They came from Alaska through Canada, and they're back in Virginia now. She's all better and she's walking around, but she still can't pick up her baby. It's heartbreaking. This poor girl's 26. She's got stage 4. They're just throwing everything at her. Every single thing they wanted her to try. They're even talking about more radiation. I, I don't know. And then what it is radioactive medication. They take a bunch of little pills, dip them in some radioactive wastewater, and then say, here, eat that. Then there's the targeted stuff, but uh, how do you target the bones? Unless they're just going to try to do the cyst. I have no idea. Because with surgery, that's out of the question. I wouldn't even think of that. Yeah, I paint and stuff. Yeah, I have to do my peacocks. I haven't done that. I've been a little busy. And then I got to find out where I put the paint. Normally, I'd be painting my windows. Right. Yeah, the cysts can be removed. Some of them, if they're not touching too many nerves. If they're touching too many nerves or too close to a vein, I wouldn't even consider the surgery. B, they're going to come right back. So it would take 15 surgeries to remove all the cysts and the things that are wrong. I have herniated discs. I have dislocated discs. I have, they're disintegrating. The bones are disintegrating. All the little pads between all your little things, bones in your spine, they're gone. So I did lose. I was 5'9", 5'8.5". I was almost 5'9". Now I'm down to 5'7". I lost an inch and a half because every single little pad in my entire spine is gone. It's just pretty much bone on bone right now. And I got bone spurs, and it's disaster. Hello, Mary. How are you doing? Mary G. Okay, I'll find something to paint. I don't know. I have to see if I have the picture of my tiki man. I miss seeing him every day. I painted a giant tiki guy on the inside of the screen door. I'll have to see if I have that picture up there. I know. It's supposed to get very cold and snowy up there soon in the Carolinas. You guys got, it's coming. Who knows? I was just reading. Sorry. Oh, I know. Ooh, I'm coming up there for some snow. Yeah, I know. They worry about all that stuff, and yet they, pour it on those eggs and say, here, eat these so we can watch them as they go all the way through. That was a fun day. The lady comes in, she's got scrambled eggs, little tiny pancakes, like tiny guys. And she got this little bottle of liquid about that big. She's in a giant hazmat suit made out of like aluminum foil, silver, big, huge gloves on, like fire, like a guy in the movies where they got the fire scene guys, all right, just walking that giant silver suit, looks like a robot. And she's got a plate in one hand and the thing in the other. She unscrews it, pours this clear liquid all over the food, mixes it up, puts the cap back on, puts it back inside this little steel box, lead line box, and then like hands it to me like, here, eat that. I'm like, what is that? She goes, that's the radioactive stuff. Instead of putting it in your vein, we're putting it on the food because we need to see what's going on all the way down. I was like, nice. I'm eating nuclear wastewater. This is a good test. It's either that or you take a pill with it in it. Is it snowing in Wisconsin? How cold is it there? Oh, thank you. Ah, I know where that is. Just wish it was a little windier. It wouldn't be so bad tonight. It was like I've been lucky I haven't been sweating to death for the last 2 weeks. It's been nice out there in the day, but the the nights have been windy and cool. Tonight it's just humid. Yeah, right. No, not the best breakfast. Kind of horrible. But it's just funny that they tell you, no, it's okay, it's perfectly safe. This lady comes in like she's putting out a fire or walking into a nuclear power plant. I was like, what is she wearing? And I'm supposed to eat this crap? Thank you, Jenny. How you doing? But yeah, so just hoping to get some kind of answers. Oh, damn. Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice, Terry. I'm trying to get over that way. I wanted to go to the state parks over on that side up by Treasure Island. I think that one was right across from Daytona. Anywhere from, I don't know the name of that city over there. Like if you draw a line straight across from Daytona down to say Fort Myers, that whole area's got a whole, it's got the most state parks over there. Oh yeah, Hilton Head is gorgeous. Gorgeous. One of my third home. That was our midway stop on the way back to having to go back. Spent 3 months down here, another month up in Hilton Head. My stepdad's mother was a regional manager, so we used to stay at two different ones up there. We used to stay at one, it was a very tall building. It looked like it was round, it looked like a stack of records. And one midway, I think it was 18 floors, somewhere around the 10th floor was the swimming pool. It's the only part of the building that stuck out. Over there, it always freaked me out. I didn't like staying in that one because I didn't like going in the pool. I was always paranoid that it was going to fall off. I don't like heights. Yeah, we're hoping for something. Doesn't make anything worse. Oh, aren't they? Savannah's a very beautiful city. I always like the older southern cities like that. Atlanta's pretty too. Oh, I'm glad you were here too, Terry. Had a rough week. doctors and bank hackings. Jesus. Ugh. It's like, don't lie. You needed our money to cover something you were writing a check for until Monday. That's why you didn't pay everybody. That was a lot of direct deposits didn't go in. 5 separate banks. Ay, ay, ay. The only good thing is that they can't penalize you for being late. They can't turn anything. They weren't supposed to turn anything off. But my phone had only emergency calling only because by them turning it off, it made me 6 days late on the phone. So they turned it off. Then all the deposits went through for Monday morning. And then they were nice enough to give me my phone back again. I was like, the government has it. I was pissed. I put up the post. Everything went through. I got my confirmation. My payment went through. Got my thing. I said, okay, we're good to go. I put the post up. I take a nap. I wake up. There's no phone. I had to hunt down my friend. And now she's gone for a while. I was glad I found her before she left. There's no more spots in the park. She had to go leave. She's staying. Some woman in the park had a relative, and they were letting them, they're going to be away, and then they're coming back, or they're renting out their house. I forget what it is, but she's staying in their driveway, like house watching, but not inside. She's just using the backyard and tenting and electricity, like kind of deal. Or I think it's 4 weeks, about a month. But I feel bad. She's got to drag those kids. They're probably 6 in the morning to drive all the way back down here to bring them to school. I feel sorry for this woman. Oh, yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah. Gotta find some place. Find a nice state park and just invade them for the day. We're having an impromptu meetup. Hey, Javier! Is that you? Everybody say hello to Javier. The guy's with the plan. He's from Firestone. Everything's been good. Even that stutter from 25 to 35 is no more. I can smell a little funky smell still, but I don't know if it's just because it smells like that for so long. Yes. And you have to put up the other guys' names who were in working on the car. I forgot to ask you their names when I made a little video thanking you guys. And I forgot to ask the names of the guys who were working on the car. So throw their names up there. God. You know. Oh, you got that? Thank you, Karen. 50 million mechanics later. Back to where I started from. This this car's seen mechanics all over between here and Jensen Beach and Riviera Beach, Jupiter, Stewart, Hope Sound. We were stopping in every single place I could find. Yes, they were very good guys. Melbourne Firestone. For all your car needs. Gonna get a sponsorship. I'll put Firestone on the side of my van. Be like sponsoring a race car driver. That would be good. That's what we need. We need places like Firestone to start sponsoring van life people. We have a lot of issues with stuff because we live in our car. We're beating the crap out of it. Oh, man. What a day. Okay. I don't know what the birds are doing up there, but they're throwing shit at the car. Unless it's the squirrels. They're mad they didn't get their peanuts. Yeah. Well, that's what I was telling them. We've always been Firestone people. Just always. And I was kind of answering my own question with, I always wondered why. And then it dawned on me, my father did semi-pro racing with Mopar. Everything was Firestone on our cars. Of course, it was his sponsor. Duh. Duh. So obviously, yes. That's why we never had anything but Firestone, Bridgestone. They were sponsoring my father's race cars. And most likely motocross. I don't know if they cross over into motorcycle tires, but I'm sure they must. Oh, but what a breather. It's so nice to start the car, and it goes. Not crossing my fingers, hoping it starts. No lights. Everything's lovely. Nothing's going crazy. It's a pleasure. It's unnerving. It's so good it's unnerving, if that's possible. It's been so shitty for so long that now it working right seems strange. Why? Why is nothing going wrong? Oh, Lord. But yeah, there's a lot of new people down here. A lot. A lot new people in the park. The winter crowd is pulling in. Everybody who's freezing and getting snowed in up there is on their way. A bunch of Pennsylvania plates pulled in today. Where was the other one I saw? Missouri. Oh, bastard. Bugs. Bugs. Get out. Sorry, I'm fighting with the bugs. That's what happens when you leave your car doors open all day long. And sleep with them open. I can't wait till it gets cold so I can shut the doors and the windows. I got 5 million glue traps. They're everywhere. That was a big son of a bitch. Ugh. No, I can't believe them. I was laughing. I was like, here they come. Let the holidays begin. Everybody's going to start showing up soon. Another figure around. Oh, Monday's the 13th already? Yeah, they'll be by the 15th. Because we got an early Thanksgiving. What is it, the 23rd, right? They're on their way. The masses are coming. Yeah, I saw that in the dollar store. I don't know where to put it. There's so many places I can't even get to in here because of how I have everything inside. That's why I needed the bed built out and not sitting on top of stuff, you know? The bug factor. It's like, ugh. And these little jerks, so you know, they came in with twice now. They got all the little water bottles wrapped up in the shrink wrap plastic twice from Walgreens. I sat it up here on top of the cooler, and while I was talking with Stacy on the phone, a roach crawled out from between the two bottles and came right out of the plastic thing. I said, great. Not only are they running in the car now, I'm bringing them in from the stupid store. I wasn't even thinking about all that shrink wrap plastic. The next week, of course, I don't dawn on me. I said, well, maybe he just ran in from inside the car. No, another one came running out, and I missed both of them. That was 2 weeks ago. I got like another 3 weeks worth of glue traps to go before those babies start hatching wherever this buttheads laid them, because you know they did. Ugh. But I'll take them over anything any day. At least we got rid of the spider. That thing was freaking me out. Your post? I was just watching another lady went to quartzsite. Um, she was planning on staying for like a month. I think this is what she was coming for, or coming early for, to check it out, do a test run. And she was there 3 days till she ran out of stuff. Then she she only bought a couple of days stuff with her, so then she went to town. She was a little upset. uh, I forget the prices of stuff, but there's like one McDonald's, one kind of pizza place, and everything is roadside stores. Besides the gas being like $5 a gallon, I was like, oh shit, she couldn't afford it. By the time she got there, with what it cost her for gas to get there, she didn't have enough money for food to stay. She had to leave after driving all the way there. And I said, oh shit. When she started rattling off prices on stuff, you're going to bring it all with you. I was like, oh no. Through March, yeah. Yeah, that's what she said. You got to drive almost to the California border to go get stuff. But she couldn't afford it to stay. She said even if she went there, just the 45 minutes in one direction is like 2 hours. And I thought, shit, just to go for supplies, and I don't know. You were. How did you get hijacked? Oh, Desert Dan. Oh, I know. Of course. My problem is that once I get there, it would cost me, I don't even know what in gas. I'd have to see how many hours it is. Because I get about 4.5 hours to a tank of gas. So I'd have to judge it that way. It's not a matter of the driving, it's a matter of money and gas. I missed the one they had, what was it, back in March over here? And then they did another van expo. It was the first year they're going to do it. Well, year one, Van Life Expo weekend. They were there, I think, for 5 days. Um, I just saw that, and they're going to do it every year at the same place. 240. Yeah. I don't know how many miles, but I can go 4 hours before I have to pull over. Oh. Yeah, I saw a lot of the ladies drove together when they went. They just went up to, where were they? I think they were up in New Hampshire. It might have been up in the Boston area. They just were there about 2 weeks ago. It was Lulu and a couple of the other ladies who hang out with Glow. Okay, yeah, I was going to say about 300 miles. This car did pretty good to Miami. Because from here, it's 4.5 hours. And I was just pulling into Miami a little bit less than quarter of a tank. So that wasn't bad. Yeah, I watched Gloria. Oh, Gloria, yeah. It was like Gloria's Life on Wheels. I'm like, wait, what is her name again? Gloria, Debbie. I like Lulu. Lulu's way. She a typical Boston woman. Woman of Maine. No, I'm driving a minivan with a giant engine that gets really good gas mileage. I love this car. Thank God the guy who owned it liked to drive really far because in 5 years, if he put on this mileage in 5 years, that he only owned the car for 5 years, he had to have driven. We did the math with the other mechanic. He drove 111 miles every single day. That he says that's 7 days a week. What did this guy do for a living? I said, I don't know, but he drove his kids around a lot because they destroyed everything in the back. Oh yeah, they checked her out good. They said that other than trying to figure out whether it is the stupid sensor going, which there's not even a way to tell when it's gonna go out. You know what I mean? It doesn't even throw up a warning sign for the sensor. There's no code that tells you that the sensor is gonna die. That doesn't make any sense. The computer can't even tell you something's wrong with it. It can tell you everything else, but that it has an issue. There's no rust. There's no nothing. It's a lot of miles a day. Plus, the car was well used, by the children. So the kids spent a lot of time. Maybe he was like a soccer coach. Maybe. Or maybe his kids were into gymnastics and he drove them all over the freaking state. Who knows? It had to be something like that. Because this was well used as far as the kids were concerned. The backs of the seats, you know, the little broken knobbies, that takes time. Yeah, they had I think the guy said like 4 kids. They used up all the stow and go seats. Oh man. But yeah, there's no problem with me going. It's just funding that. Okay. Couldn't tell if that was an owl or a person. We got a lot of big owls that live in the trees out here. You hear them all night. They don't shut up sometimes. They're quiet. Hello, everybody. Oh, here we go again. No, we're back. Well, I take my time. We started coming back and forth before I made the last voyage down here for good. We were driving back and forth, making trips every 2 weeks. But driving just 4 hours and stopping is enough. Plus, all my driving would be done at night. So I would just go from truck stop to truck stop kind of thing. Drive for 3 hours, take a break, have something to eat, and just take a week to get there. Just find a place, go from Walmart to Walmart, Cracker Barrel to Cracker Barrel, across the country. There's got to be enough truck stops between here and there, especially on that one highway. Oh, 2,400 miles. Yeah, I was going to say, it's 15. It was roughly 1,600 miles from where we were running back and forth not to Florida itself, but to the actual down here. And we would do that in, the fastest we did it was 23 and a half hours. We've done it in 26 hours straight through, changing every 4 hours, drivers, whether you're tired or not. But yeah, okay. That's what I was looking at on the map, and it looked kind of just as far from Jersey to Florida from here to Arizona, because it's just on the other side of Texas, but Texas is huge. That's one wide state. Okay. Yeah, or just sightsee all the way there, and then spend the days in the truck stop, drive at night, and then sleep during the daytime in truck stop places. Ladies, that's a better way to drive too, so you're not sleeping in a weird place at night, you know? Better off when you're traveling to drive at night, less traffic. Ah, less traffic, less accidents. Without the sun in your face, sweating to death. I love that. I always take the night driving. And then you can spend your days hanging out at the truck stops. And you spend 8 hours sleeping there. Get up, do your thing, take another nap, and then wait till the sun goes down and off we go. And for some reason, it's easier to sleep during the day than it is at night. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's got to be pretty once you start getting out there. I wanted to go see Red Rock and different places like that. Oh my God. There's a lot of different places out there I wanted to go. We were going to go to Lake Mead. It was going to be our big trip. I've never been there. I've been as far south as you can go to Key West, and I've been all the way to the Canadian tundra in Newfoundland, right at the edge of what we're sitting on right now. Got to see that ocean up there. So I've been as far north as you can possibly go on this continent and as far south. My grandmother loved Arizona. It was a little too dry, she said. That's what everybody says. They like Sedona the best. Yeah, and that's what she liked it for the arthritis. But for some reason, she liked the dampness of the heat here. I don't know why. She couldn't, it was too hot and too dry in the summer. So she said she'd have to come to Florida in the summer for the humidity and then go back to Arizona. I said, Grandma, you're doing it backwards. She goes, I know. So I'm staying here. Oh, that's cool. You got family. Should look up the rest of my mother's family in Nevada and Utah. They're all over out there. They're in those 4 states that touch each other. It always looks so nice on the videos, Red Rock. Uh, that always happens. Because they're the ones always keeping everybody informed. Like, it's like no one took over when my mom and my grandma passed away, letting everybody know in the family what everybody else is doing. And you write the end of the year letter, what everybody's been up to. Oh, my favorite video was when YouTube was there. They did the concert there in the 80s. Hey, maybe that'll work better. Oh, I know, Colorado. I don't think you can make a bad video or take a bad picture in Colorado. So many crazy storms coming that way. Oh, wow. That must have been fun. Yeah, one of the places I wanted to go is Colorado, always. Big John Denver fans. My dad loved it too. I don't know what army stuff they were doing out in Colorado, but he spent a lot of time out there. Well, that's okay. I'm just getting I'm just getting my first tablet. Don't feel so bad, okay? I finally joined the 20th century. Internet and Wi-Fi. Wow. Oh, this car place. All you smell is oil. I'm near a oil change place tonight. Yeah. Oh, nice. Nebraska always looks pretty. My uncle lived there. He wanted us to come. But the sicker my mom was getting, the more he wanted her to come. And the least, the least we were getting her out of Jersey. What about the snow? I said, you're going to be inside. We don't have to worry about the snow. We have snow here. She was afraid of getting stuck there in some crazy blizzard in the middle of the winter, so she wasn't taking chances on it. I felt bad. So her brother came here. He came to see her. They were both sick, so they wanted to see each other one more time before one of them passed away. So they did, kind of within a few months to spare, too. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. Everybody says it's really pretty. It's on a pitch where the sun sets, probably. Unless they grow a whole lot of wheat. They grow a lot of beer there. Amber waves of grain. Oh, God. It's hot. Until it's hot, there's nobody outside. I went to go take a shower at the gym. It was mobbed. It was just mobbed. It got so hot, nobody was jogging outside. Everybody ran for the air conditioning in the gym. Like, get out, I gotta take a shower. Uh-oh. Yes. In a zigzag across. That's what was kind of annoying about starting all of this, was I knew what was going to happen. This will be another couple of weeks, maybe another. I'll be going through this for probably with a week off for Thanksgiving, trying to get stuff finished and diagnosed between now and Thanksgiving, or between the week after Thanksgiving and the week before Christmas. This is going to be madness. Oh. I feel like Al Pacino every time they pull me out and I'm about to leave. They suck me back in with more doctor's appointments. Oh, cool. That's not bad. That that's 150 miles. That's not bad. You just go from state to state. I have a meetup in each state all the way through. Everybody pick a state park. And just do a pop-up meetup. Be like a book signing tour across America. Oh, God. No, of course they do. They only want you to go one way. But, yeah, it seems... The car seems good. There's no rust. A couple of little places I gotta paint on the outside. That's what I was gonna start doing. So it was rudely interrupted by a week of MRIs and X-rays. That's what I was gonna do. Just map out. I know most of that route going across. My dad used to take it going for back and forth to California. He always came down and went across. He never drove across the Midwest, the middle section. He would do that coming home and then loop back down and then come back up again. He didn't like going through certain states. Or there were just better truck stops along that road. So I used to map out and do his daily log and stuff. I used to know where they all were, what exit numbers and stuff like that. I have to go to the truck stop and go to Pilot truck stop and see if they have a map that has their truck stops listed on it. Breakfast, yeah, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Breakfast at Tiffany's. No. Look out. Right? Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just going to Beverly Hills for some sushi for dinner. Shh. You go anywhere once you're over there. Vegas. A lot of people been there don't like it. You have to really like the gambling part. So everybody admits just the walking is incredible. The lights are amazing. The buildings are really cool. But the walking, although you don't have to go outside, because he said you could go from hotel to hotel to hotel and never walk outside. They got little air-conditioned tunnels. You just go through from one hotel to the other. I said, why should you ever see the sun? You're in the desert. That would make too much sense. Ah. I don't know, but you could probably look him up. I just Googled, I Googled all the Cracker Barrels in Florida, and they'll give you every single one. Every one. There were even more I didn't even know about that existed up here. I don't know where they're tucked away down some little side street somewhere, but there's like 6 of them right over here. Oh, okay. Of course not. We live on the other side of the river from Coney Island, and nobody from Jersey ever goes there. Nobody even goes from the East Coast to the West Coast in Florida, so don't feel bad. I've been here my whole life and only been over there twice. And I was in high school. It's because we were staying over there at a different hotel. Because of my grandma, we went there. She was going to be over there for like 3 or 4 days. So my stepdad's like, come on, let's go. We're going to go stay. Leave everything here. Like, we weren't checking out. We just renting another hotel room on the West Coast. So we stayed there. I think that was the Fountain Blue. The Fountain Blue. That's how old that was. That was before it got shut down and renovated. So yeah, this was in the 80s. That was the last time I was ever on the West Coast of Florida. So in 45 years, only, yeah, I haven't been over there for over 45 years. I've heard a lot of things about Galveston. I've always wanted to drive through Texas. It always looks so cool. I love the horse farms and the cows. That's what I like about northern Jersey. Northern Jersey is more southern, with all the cattle farms and horse farms, and it's like down here in this area. Down here is a lot of farmland because they probably sell a lot of cows to the Air Force Base. Whatever else they got over there, their horses. I know. I don't know where they're all going. Everybody, everybody went out of business lately. Oh, 11, okay. There's just so many. Yeah. Oh, wow. That sounds cool. That's not bad, 55. Oh, yeah. That's where we were originally, my mom's family. We lived down in Spotswood. That was the last of the base housing. I don't even know if that place is still there. I forgot to ask when I was out at the VA if after the last time we got flooded out, did they even bother rebuilding it again for the third time? And I'm sure that wasn't the first two times either. Good night, Mary. That's what I'm getting ready to do that too. I gotta get to the blood lab before they close. They're only open, I think it's till 12 on Friday. Right, of course. Not anymore. Have a good night, Mary. So I have to out and get there early, hoping as they just open up. That would be good. Because you still gotta wait in this place, whether you're getting your blood drawn or you're picking up results, you just go as you sign in. So you have to wait. Oh, that smell is awful. It must be somebody's there late night. Unless they're dumping the oil out. They're dumping it in the river. It just smells so bad. Damn. But yeah, I figured this was good. But we will do this on Saturday. Yeah, right? So that's what I think we will do. I'll do another shorty on Saturday, and then one on Monday when I come back. Hopefully with some kind of news. Hopefully. We'll figure that out. Yeah, it's getting a little loud. I think I'm going to leave from this spot. I'm getting a little crazy over here today. I'm going to go back and see if anybody left the gym. So I can actually maybe take a shower. Or just do it in the morning on the way to go pick up the paperwork. It might be easier that way. But yeah, I'm going to leave here. They're getting loud and drunk. It's not even Friday yet. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. So, yeah, I'm going to skedaddle from here before they end up bringing the car. It's a bunch of kids. They're drunk, hanging out. They're getting a little bit crazy loud. They're all right. They're getting too loud, you know. I don't want to be here when they get kicked out. At any minute, they will. All right, everybody, have a lovely evening. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. I'll see you on Saturday night, and then again on Monday. Okay? And that's that. Have a good Friday. See if I can find something good to videotape tomorrow. And, maybe try and get the car vacuumed out. I found another place I can vacuum, so that will be good. Have a good night, sunshine. And Dawn, and Denise, and Jim. Keep forgetting about Jim. Hey, Jim. Jim. Javier, if you're still here. If not, we'll see you next time, hopefully. Thank you, Rare Breeds. And down to that. And that's it. I think it's just us now. All right, guys. I'll see you on Saturday night. Have a lovely Friday. And that's it. Okay. Fingers crossed I get my tests are ready tomorrow. That's most important. These blood tests have to be ready for Monday. Oh, Lord. If not, I gotta try and pick them up Monday morning. Okay. I'll see you on Saturday. I love you guys. If I missed you, I'm sorry. There's Jim. Jim. Everybody say hey. Hi and goodbye to Jim. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you on Saturday. And then again on Monday. Have a good night, everybody.